What's up, y'all? It's your girl Naya. Into the Y to the I to the double A. Y'all, I know it's been like a month, but let me tell y'all before y'all jump down the throat. Let me tell y'all, I actually been trying to post y'all. I posted like 3 videos and they got copyrighted. I did a cook with me. I did my 19th birthday. Then I did some routine video. Like, I just keep getting copyrighted, y'all. Like, I mute the sound. I do voiceover, put background music in the background. And maybe it's the background music that I'm getting copyrighted from, because that's the only thing I could think of. But so today, we ain't gonna have no voiceover, we ain't gonna have no background music, we just gonna get straight into this video. Y'all, I'm gonna be reading a poem. I'm gonna break down the poem, explain the poem, how it came about, all of that good stuff. I don't know which poem I wanna read though. I'll just read this one, y'all. So this one, it was already on the screen. I didn't title this one. Y'all give me names. Y'all, please comment down below and give me a title for this poem, because it's really not titled, y'all. I'm gonna explain how the poem came about and what the poem means, all of that later. So we're gonna get into it though. Let's see. It says, poetry is the quality of beauty and intensity of emotion. If I am a poet, I am the root of poetry. If poetry could grow from the tree, the poet is the root, the emotion is the stem, and the words is the leaves. Can't you see? You need a poet to build poetry. There's nothing more beautiful than a poem becoming my ministry. A tree is nothing without its roots. A poet is nothing without poetry, and a poem is nothing without a poet. It all grows and works together to build a great beauty. And what if that beauty turns into a great ministry? My words is strong. My words is so strong. Just like Psalm said, I shall be a tree planted by the rivers of water that bring forth his season in fruit. That bring forth his fruit in his season. Can't you see? There's no denying in poetry. The feeling is raw. The emotion is raw. The tone is raw. Everything is raw when it comes to poetry. Just like a tree, you have to water that plant, take care of that tree, give it sunlight just so it can breathe. And poetry is me. I water myself with the words that flow out my mouth. My sunlight is me exposing my poetry. And that is how I breathe poetry. Y'all, obviously that last part, well, if y'all didn't know that last part, I was really going off the dome. I don't know. That's me though. I just go off the dome. I'm gonna rewatch this video myself, obviously, because I gotta edit, but I'm gonna actually add whatever I just said in there, because that definitely flowed. But anyway, y'all, so let's get into this. Let's break this down. So poetry is a quality of beauty and intensity of emotion. If I am a poet, I'm the root of poetry. Pause. If y'all ever planted anything, fruits, veggies, trees, garden, if you even like gardening, even if you don't, y'all, the root is how everything grows. If the root is dead, there's nothing to produce. So in this part, I'm basically explaining, if I'm a poet, I'm the root of poetry. Meaning if I'm a poet, I'm the root, meaning I am what's holding my poetry together, right? If poetry could grow from the tree, the poet is the root. So like I said, I'm the root. The emotion is the stem. Y'all know what trees look like. The little branches. Sometimes they fall off. You got some real strongy ones that be bent up and all of that. That's the emotion. The stem is the emotion. And the stem represents the emotion because, like I said, sometimes some of them fall, some of them don't. Some look like they've been through it and they still hanging on by the thread, literally. And that's emotion. Your emotion wavers. It goes up one day, it goes down. One day you depressed, next day you got anxiety, but then that one odd day, on that third day, you happier than a get out. Like, you just happy, you smiling, you giddy, you skipping. You doing your little E. Kane impersonation, all of that. Yeah. So that's why the emotion represents the stem. I said, if poetry could grow from the tree, the poet is the root, the emotion is the stem, and the words are the leaves. The words are the leaves because leaves on a tree are pretty. That was all. There was nothing behind that. It was just because the leaves are pretty, and it's the same thing. Some leaves stick on the tree. Every leaf fall during fall season. So it's like, yeah, I really was just flowing with that part. There's no in-depth, yeah. Then I said, the words is the leaves. I said, can't you see you need a poet to build poetry? Y'all, so if you search up the definition of what poetry is, I'm going to show y'all, actually. I'm going to show y'all. Poetry definition. Dang, I can't flip it. Okay, well, I'm going to show y'all like this. Hold on, let me see if y'all can see. Okay, y'all, so it's basically saying literary. It says, the expression of feeling and ideas by the use of distinctive style and rhythm. That's what a poetry is. That's what poetry is. It literally says an expression of feeling and idea, use distinctive style and rhythm. When I was writing this poem, I literally researched what poetry means. So if you research what a poem definition is, a poem definition is a piece of writing that partakes of nature, both speech and song, that is nearly always rhythm. They use some type of rhythm term, but it's a big word. And yeah. So the difference is a poem is writing that partakes the nature of both speech and song. Poetry is the expression. I don't know if y'all catching it, but I understood what I was trying to do there. So then I said, there's nothing more beautiful than a poem becoming my ministry. As y'all know, I'm very spiritual. I have definitely been on a roller coaster when it comes to spiritual terms. That part right there, I love poetry, and I just do poetry for fun. Like this, I've never posted my poem. Y'all see my videos? I've never posted poetry, never. So my poetry to me is my wisdom. It's my ministry. It's a way that I communicate in my own language. Like, some people do understand poetry and some people don't understand poetry, and that's the beautiful part about it. Everybody has their own interpretations. So for that part, there's nothing more beautiful than a poem becoming my ministry. I think this is definitely going to be the start of me posting my poems. And in the poem, it say it's going to become my ministry. So, hey, that's what it is. A tree is nothing without its roots. Listen, y'all. A tree is nothing without its roots. A poet is nothing without poetry. Remember that definition I just gave y'all. And a poem is nothing without a poet. It all grows and works together to build a great beauty. Y'all do y'all research, because that right there was like, When I was writing this, I was literally like, is this gonna make sense? But I literally had to research what's the definition of poetry, what's the definition of poem, what's the definition of poet, what's the definition? Like, what's the definition? So yeah, just do y'all research. If y'all don't want to, then I don't know what to tell y'all, because I don't feel like explaining all of them. I'm a little lazy right now, and this video is already 10 minutes. Anyway, we almost done, y'all. So at the end, I said, what if that beauty turns into a great ministry? My words is strong, just like Psalm said. I shall be a tree planted by the rivers of water that bring forth his fruit in his season. That was the end of it. Like I said, I'm very spiritual, so that was definitely a scripture in the Bible. It was from Psalms. I'm not that spiritual to where I know the numbers and remember the scripture, but I do know it's I shall be planted by the rivers of water that bring forth his fruit in his season. That was literally the scripture. I just didn't incorporate like what specific scripture. I know that it was in Psalms. That part right there, it was incorporated with this poem because I felt like when writing this, I was going through so much. This was the 1st of August. I was going through so much the beginning of this month, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, financially. And that scripture just speaks out because God will not put more on us than we can bear. And a lot of times in life, we be questioning, why me, God? Like, why me? Why do I have to take all this hurt? Why this person left me? This person left me. They hurt me. They hurt me. They hurt me. This job saying no. This school saying no. My kids, well, I don't have kids, so this was just going to anybody that watches and have nieces or nephews but claim them as their kids. Yeah, I'm one of them. My nephew not bad, y'all, but his mama swear he bad, but he never bad with me. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But the entire point is we question it. We question our hurt. We question our situations. We question why do we go through all of these different things. And a lot of times it's like the things that we be thinking that is meant to hurt us or harm us is the same thing that's building us and creating us. Like, if you really look back over your life, half of the stuff that you went through, if you didn't go through it, you wouldn't be the same today. Like, you wouldn't, ain't no telling who you would have been, who you would have became, what type of people you would have been into, what type of friendships, what type of energy, all of that. Because it's simply like, for me, it's just like I always say, what you put out is what you attract. So if I'm attracting negative people, my mind state is negative. I literally had to realize that, y'all. My mind state was so negative and I attracted so many draining people, so many negative people, y'all. I'm telling y'all, you will do so much for people. You will do so much for people. And when it's time for people to be there for you, you will not get that in return. And that's when you start opening. That's the wide opener, wide awakening right there. Like, you the strong friend. So you help everybody. You giving and pouring out water into everybody's cup, but who pouring back into yours? Oh, okay. So yeah, that's that. Like, I don't know how I ended up doing this little motivational speech, but still, yeah, y'all. So that's how that part came about. That's where we at. I don't know how I ended up going off topic, but it happens. So yes, that is the poem. That's how the poem came about. Yeah, the whole meaning behind this poem is that poetry is not for everybody. Poetry is very deep. It's very intense. It's a complex thing, and that's the beauty of it. I was literally seeing why I'm in love with poetry. Like, I love poetry so much, y'all. I've been writing poems since I was young, like real young. And then I had this little journal, and I left it in the living room. My mom read it, and Yeah, I was cussing. I was young and I was cussing in the book. And so after she read it, I was like, I don't want to write no more because somebody gonna invade my privacy, you know. But I got back into it, y'all. But I never really knew like what is poetry. Like I knew that I'm forming words together and it sounds beautiful, but like besides that, you know. So yeah, I love poetry, and this poem is literally just that. It's just me expressing, me realizing like poetry is me and I am she. Like poetry itself, you have to have a poet to have poetry. Meaning somebody has to write something down. Somebody has to think of something. Somebody got to. Like somebody gotta write something down in order for there to be a poem. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said that I am poetry. Like, I am the root of poetry. So yeah, y'all. I will be doing another video. I want to do a Shein haul because I just ordered a whole bunch of stuff off of Shein and TikTok shop. No shame in my game, Bookie. Yes, so I definitely want to do a Shein haul. But the thing is, y'all, I don't know if it's my background music that keep getting me copyrighted because I don't be putting those songs in there. So I'm gonna definitely research into that. Hopefully I can get this video to y'all sometime this week. So we're gonna fingers crossed and we're gonna hope for the best. And if I have not posted since this video, because obviously it ain't take much to edit and I ain't have to do no voiceover or no background and all that. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, hopefully this week. If not, then I'll just see y'all when I see y'all. But y'all know y'all my loves. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for commenting. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You don't be afraid to hit that share button if it's real good. Yes, y'all. So please comment. Give me a title for this poem. And I'm gonna read it one more time and we done. Poetry is a quality of beauty and intensity of emotion. If I am a poet, I am the root of poetry. If poetry could grow from the tree, the poet is the root, the emotion is the stem, and the words is the leaves. Can't you see? You need a poet to build poetry. There's nothing more beautiful than a poem becoming my ministry. A tree is nothing without its roots. A poet is nothing without poetry, and a poem is nothing without poet. It all grows and works together to build a great beauty. And what if that beauty turns into a great ministry? My words is strong, just like Psalm said, I shall be a tree planted by rivers of water that bring forth his fruit in his season. Can't you see? So yes, that's my poem. I'm done, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Help me to figure out what should this poem be titled, because I definitely don't have a title one. And let me know if y'all want more videos like this. That's it. That's all. I'm out y'all day. I'm out y'all way for the day. Bye. Y'all, I be forgetting. Please like, comment, and subscribe.